This is a review of the Vinomax Pour Aerator. It's the only authentic triple aerator that has a patent on it. To show that the unit comes nicely packed, this is a foam piece with the aerator and a stand for it packed into the foam and an instruction manual. Out of the box, you'll find a brief instruction manual, a stand to set the aerator in if you're changing between bottles or before you insert it, and the aerator itself. The stand is designed that you can pick up the aerator and stand it up like such. And you can see it's securely held. That's because that sometimes there'll be some wine in here. You're changing a bottle of wine. You'd rather have it drip into this than drip onto your table. It's recommended that you thoroughly wash this with warm soapy water. It is dishwasher safe, but it's recommended that you wash it by hand. It gives you the best method of cleaning. If you look at this here on the side, you'll see an arrow here, and on the clear plastic piece, which may be difficult to see, is that there's a dot and another arrow, and you can see that arrow right here. If you twist this and align it up, you can take this apart and help to more easily clean it. There's a gasket here on the bottom, in the very bottom there. It's a silicone gasket that this aerator portion fits against and squeezes so it doesn't drip. This is designed that this piece goes down into the bottle of wine. If you look down in here, there's a silicone covered assembly that's shaped like a cork. That's to seal the pour into the bottle of wine so it doesn't spill. We did wash this with hot soapy water. It is recommended that between each use, like if you use it for a meal and have 1 or 2 bottles of wine, that you always wash this up. Older wines can have sediments in them, and you don't want to leave those in there because they will ferment. So what you do is just wash it out thoroughly when you're done. See, I've got the pour. I'm going to set it onto the bottom bottle of wine and firmly push it down so it's nice and tight. It's recommended that you put this on tightly. I've actually felt it kind of pop into place. It fit nicely. It's also recommended that you not hold the bottle by this because it could fall out. A bottle of wine's pretty heavy, and you want it so that when you're pouring that you're holding the bottle. A wine aerator is a special purpose device that quickly mixes air, which contains oxygen, into the wine. This process improves the taste and smell of the wine. It does it much faster than opening the bottle and letting it sit there for hours. This is a 3-stage wine aerator, which means it has 3 opportunities to mix air into the wine. The more air that gets into the wine, the faster it oxidizes. And the faster it oxidizes, the more it aids the tannins that's in the wine and smooths out the flavor and softens the taste. In a wine aerator, you may actually see bubbles in the wine as you pour it. That's actually good. That's the process you're trying to achieve. The beauty of this is that you can use it and you don't have to take the wine and open it up hours ahead of time. If you forget that you had to do that, this saves you. And you don't have to decanter the wine to pour it into a decanter to increase the surface area so that it breathes in oxygen. This will do it for you. So we're going to pour the wine. You can actually see the air in the wine as it goes into the glass, and you can hear the wine gurgling as it goes through the wine pour. You can see it swirling there around the end where it's coming out of the bottle, and look at the air bubbles that's on top of the wine. That's the effect you're trying to achieve. Not only was the test of this device, it was a wine tasting. It tastes very, very good. Its bouquet is nice and smooth and soft, and that's the way it would be after sitting for an hour or 2 in a decanter, for example. I like how this worked. It was easy to use. It fit firmly onto the bottle, and it poured nicely. I like how this works. It pulls the wine into the bottle, sucking in air, mixing air into the wine, bringing it down, splashing over a second stage to aerate the wine again, and then recombining the wine to swirl out the end into the glass. It added the right amount of air. It worked quickly. I love the fact that you can take it apart and rinse it. It's much faster to clean an aerator that has that capability. I like this product a lot. I rated it 5 stars. This review was done by jjceo. I'd like to tell you that I received a sample for test and evaluation, and I promised only to give a fair and honest review.